ETC and Bitcoin have the Fifthening and the Halving in 2024. What is the Fifthening in ETC? Ethereum Classic's monetary policy has a rule that every 5 million blocks it will reduce the mining reward by 20%. This is called the Fifthening because it is a 1/5 cut in the issuance of the coin. The mining reward is the amount of ETC that is issued to pay miners to produce blocks for the network. In ETC, a block is currently being produced every 13.1525 seconds on average. The historical schedule of payments per block to miners by the Ethereum Classic network has been the following. Era 1, 5 ETC from block 0, which happened on June 30 of 2015. Era 2, 4 ETC from block 5 million, which happened on December 11th, 2017. Era 3, 3.20 ETC from block 10 million, which happened on March 17, 2020. Era 4, 2.56 ETC from block 15 million, which happened on April 25, 2022. Because ETC is now on block 17,088,524 as of this writing, it is paying 2.56 ETC per block as we are in Era 4. In the next era, which will be Era 5, the block reward will be reduced to 2.048 ETC. When will ETC's next Fifthening happen? To estimate when the next ETC Fifthening will happen, we need to know how many blocks are left to the next Fifthening. Then we need to multiply that number of blocks by the average block time of the network in seconds. This will give us the number of seconds left to the next Fifthening. If we transform that amount into days, then we will be able to add the result to the current date and determine when the next Fifthening will happen. Following the above logic, we will do the following calculation. Current ETC block at the time of this writing, 17,088,524. Next Fifthening block number, 20 million. Blocks left to the next Fifthening, 20 million minus 17,088,524 equals 2,911,476 blocks to the next Fifthening. Seconds left to the next Fifthening, 2,911,476 blocks times 13.1525 seconds equals 38,293,188 seconds. Days left to the next Fifthening, 38,293,188 seconds divided by 60 seconds to make it into minutes, divided by 60 minutes to make it into hours, divided by 24 to make it into days equals 443.2081 days. Current date at the time of this writing, March 8th, 2023. Current date plus 443.2081 days equals May 25th of 2024. What is the halving in Bitcoin? Bitcoin's monetary policy has a rule that every 210,000 blocks, it will reduce the mining reward by 50%. This is called the halving because it is a 1/2 cut in the issuance of the coin. The mining reward is the amount of BTC that is issued to pay for miners to produce blocks for the network. In BTC, a block is currently being produced every 9.2660 minutes on average. The historical schedule of payments per block to miners by the Bitcoin network has been the following. Era 1, 50 BTC from block 0, which happened on January 3, 2009. Era 2, 25 BTC from block 210,000, which happened on November 28 of 2012. Era 3, 12.50 BTC from block 420,000, which happened on July 9th of 2016. Era 4, 6.25 BTC from block 630,000, which happened on May 11 of 2020. Because Bitcoin is now on block 779,961 as of this writing, it is paying 6.25 BTC per block as we are in Era 4. In the next era, which will be Era 5, the block reward will be reduced to 3.12.5 BTC. When will Bitcoin's next halving happen? To estimate when the next BTC halving will happen, we need to know how many blocks are left to the next halving. Then we need to multiply that number of blocks by the average block time of the network in minutes. This will give us the number of minutes left to the next halving. If we transform that amount into days, then we will be able to add the result to the current date and determine when the next halving will happen. Following the above logic, we will do the following calculation. Current BTC block at the time of this writing, 779,961. Next halving block number, 840,000. Blocks left to the next halving, 840,000 minus 779,961 equals 60,039 blocks left to the next halving. Minutes left to the next halving, 60,039 blocks times 9.2660 minutes per block equals 556,321 minutes. Days left to the next halving is 556,321 minutes divided by 60 to make it into hours divided by 24 to make it into days equals 386 days, 0.33, or 386.33 days. Current date at the time of this writing, March 8th of 2023. Current date plus 386.33 days equals March 29 of 2024. So ETC's Fifthening is going to be on May 25th of 2024, and Bitcoin's halving is going to be just before that, March 29th of 2024. They're going to be very close in 2024. Why are the Fifthening and the halving important? The most important feature of the ETC and BTC currencies is that they are considered digital gold because they require enormous amounts of work and energy to create them. In addition to this cost of production, both Ethereum Classic and Bitcoin have capped supplies as their monetary policy reduced the payments to miners in the quantities explained above. These characteristics of both coins mimic the scarcity of gold in the real world, giving them great demand as decentralized and permissionless units of exchange and stores of value. The Fifthening and the halving are important because they approximate the inflation rate of ETC and BTC to that of gold, which is historically around 1.7%. As both ETC and BTC issuances will eventually go to zero, they will actually have lower inflation rates than gold. The current inflation rate of BTC is 1.84%, and by the next halving in March of 2024, it will go down to 0.92%. The current inflation rate of ETC is 4.83%, and by the next Fifthening in May of 2024, it will go down to 3.87%. By the year 2032, ETC will have an inflation rate of 1.67%, very similar to that of gold, and lower than the current inflation of Bitcoin. Both ETC and BTC are sound money and transferable permissionlessly over the internet. Thank you for watching this Ethereum Classic video. To learn more about ETC, please go to ethereumclassic.org. Thank you very much.